Hey everyone, good morning. And to all of you not on Pacific Standard Time, hello. My name is Andrew Levitt, and I'm the creative that will be kicking off today's Adobe Live channel. So today we're going to be working in Premiere, where I'm going to be teaching you how to edit a viral video on YouTube. So we're going to be going over techniques such as retention, pacing, and storytelling to teach you how to create a better and more engaging video on YouTube. So this is all in the context of YouTube, but I'd say a lot of these techniques can be used in general filmmaking. So let's just wait for some people to get in this morning. I'm seeing CJ's in the chat. We have Cody as well. Hi, Cody. And let's start with a little background on me. So I've been making YouTube videos for over 5 years now. My channel has a little over 200,000 subscribers. And the first viral video I ever created was titled, "We Recreated Every Apple Wallpaper." So if you're a Mac user, you might remember that your computer comes loaded with a default nature wallpaper. If you don't remember, this might jog your memory. This was macOS Catalina from a couple years ago. My friends and I went and we tried to recreate the identical photo at all the locations where these were taken. So here is ours and here is Apple's. I'm seeing Frank in the chat. Hi, Frank. And so here's some more examples. We went to all the different locations. You'll see Yosemite up top here, and then the Sierras down below. And these are Apple's photos on the left and ours on the right. So basically, my friends and I made a video documenting the adventure of getting to all of these places. Nowadays, you might notice they look a little different. This was macOS Monterey from a few years ago. It's a little more abstract. So my friends and I actually created our own wallpaper of Monterey for anyone who wanted a nature wallpaper. So right here, you'll see this is a live photo so that your desktop will change according to the time of day. And over 100,000 people downloaded it, which was really cool to see. So from there, we moved into recreating and comparing to real life video games and movies. So one example is if you guys watched the HBO show The Last of Us this past year or played the video game, I went to the locations that the game is based off of. So there you'll see Boston, here's Pittsburgh, there's the show, and just compared the game and the TV show to real life. So this leads me to our lesson today. My most viewed video is a video titled, "I Played Grand Theft Auto in Real Life." It's sitting at 6 million views right now. And we're going to be going over this, where I'm going to be teaching you the techniques I use to make this video as best as possible so that it could get the most amount of views, and kind of working and building out the intro together. So I'm going to just play a little segment of the video for you guys so you can get an idea of the what we'll be working with.
Hi, today we're playing Grand Theft Auto in real life. Get the f*** out! Get the f*** out! Get out! Come on! Grand Theft Auto is based on real-life places, and a few months ago I set out to see them all. But I missed some important locations. Grove Street, Michael's house, Sandy Shores. These are real places Rockstar recreated that I'm going to visit. They even copied the smallest details that will blow your mind. And throughout this video I made sure to live like a rich mobster. Hold on, how do you get out of this thing? Which of course meant looking the part. Rockstar actually copied so much of Los Angeles that we were in the game the second we arrived, because LAX is actually Los Santos International Airport, and they have the same buildings, control center, restaurants, signs. And these thingies! I don't know why they took the time to do this, but it's kind of cool.
All right, so that's about the first 45 seconds intro and first scenes that you're seeing in the video. So let's go into Premiere now and take a look at this timeline. So this is the entire video. It's about 9 minutes long, and the timeline might look a bit scary to start with. But one of the things with video editing that I kind of like to think of it as like solving a puzzle. So you work in sections, or in video editing, different scenes, and it's really slow at first, but the further you get along, the faster it goes. So as long as you work in these little chunks and the little scenes, it becomes a lot more manageable. Some things with Premiere that I just like to do for housekeeping. My audio channels, so A1 through 3, I like to keep as my dialogue and then voiceover. So you'll see all this voiceover is this mango color, just so I have an idea of what is voiceover and what isn't. A4 and 5 are typically music channels, and then A6 plus is sound effects plus anything else that kind of just needs a home. The sound effects you'll see are also labeled a different color, just so I can differentiate things. And I don't always stick to this. You know, timelines can get a little messy, but that's just the general outline. Then V1, usually your A cam. V2 is any B-roll you toss over. I leave V3 open as well for that. V4, I have an adjustment layer for colors. And then a lot of my effects and titles just sit up in the V5 plus layers. Okay, so we have a brand new document in 2024 that we're going to be working with today, trying to build out this intro. And the cool thing is, this video for me was made a year ago, and if I were to make it today, I would make it a little different. So that's what we're going to get to do. My first thoughts when creating a YouTube intro is, so let's go back. If we go back to here, you see the channel. The video is titled, I Played Grand Theft Auto in Real Life. And you see this thumbnail of a Lamborghini from behind. And you see the game on the left, and then on the right, you see real life. So what I would do today, if that was this intro, is that would be the first shot you would see in the video. Because YouTube now, if you've noticed on mobile or on the television, will autoplay if you scroll over any thumbnail. It doesn't really do it on PC as much. It just shows a clip from the video, but basically the first frame of the video will play. So it's smart to match up the first frame, if you can, with the thumbnail, so that people will see it and they'll go, oh, this actually happened. So let's go into Premiere, and then let's see. I'm going to start it, I think, with some gameplay, actually, of the Lamborghini. So we have this footage right here. I'm going to toss it in on our main. Let's bring these up a bit. And then we're going to try to find a frame that matches this a little bit. So it's from behind. Yeah, that's about good. And then we'll start it there. Also, let's scale this up to properly fit. So I'm going to probably scale it up and then move it over so that we can get it centered. So the idea, what I'm trying to do is create this exact same back as the thumbnail. And then what I'm going to do is transition it right to real life. Because with YouTube, the title is I Played Grand Theft Auto in Real Life. So the first thing I want to do is show them this thumbnail and show them that I actually did it. So the best way to visualize that is to see, okay, we have the video game, right? You're driving, and now we're going to cut it to some real life footage. So let's go into here. So these are all select reels from the different shoot days. And I'm just going to kind of look for a good shot of the Lamborghini from behind. A little too far away there. Yeah, like right here. Let's get something here. Yeah, so you'll see this this scene right here is the exact same as this on the right here, and the place in the game that it's supposed to be on the left. So let's cut that. So I'm using my C tool here to cut this out with the razor, and I just want the video. I don't want these 4 audio layers that are with it. So you'll see they're all linked together. I'm hitting Command L to unlink it and just get this video layer. So copying that over to our main over here, and we have both. So then I'm going to take this, and okay, one thing you might notice, it's this ugly gray color right now. That's because all of our footage was shot flat. So I'm going to take this adjustment layer. This just has some extra color, and we're going to put it on top. Currently, you'll see this our toggle track is set on V1. If we untoggle this and we set it to V3, I can hit Command V, and now this adjustment layer will paste on top of 3. And then you'll see, looks a lot better. So before, after. But just to set this up better for the document, I'm going to drag this up to V4. And what we're going to try to do is go to this frame right here and match it up. So I'm going to drag this over 1. Okay, you'll notice this adjustment layer is making everything look a little wonky. So I'm going to decrease the opacity on this. Right? And then we're going to just line this scene up, scale it up. This is normally higher quality footage, so it's just lower quality for this tutorial. So scaling it up might not look the best, but in the final version on the 4K footage, it would probably look fine. Okay, we're going to get this about there. So I'm just moving the position keys, scaling it up to try to get it to look like it's in the exact same spot. Okay, let's see how that looks. So, well, let's increase the opacity again. So there's our gameplay footage, and then it's close. We'll work on it a little bit more. But we might start with a little music track cut between this real life and show people that we actually did it as our first thing on YouTube. Other things I'm thinking of when I'm starting a YouTube video is you have a decent amount of exposition. So here's our voiceover. Let's drop that in. I like to label them mango, just so it's a different color. And we're going to drag that out on the V3 or the A3 layer. So let's listen to that real quick.
Grand Theft Auto is based on real-life places, and a few months ago I set out to see them all. But I missed some important locations. Grove Street, Michael's house, Sandy Shores.
Okay, so here's our exposition basically explaining the video and what we're going to do. But also, this can be relatively boring sometimes with YouTube after a while. So what I like to do is kind of edit in a joke, if possible, or something to break up all this exposition so that it's not all just one flowing dump of information. So that's kind of what I was doing if we go to the original file with this. It's starting you off on a laugh. The whole idea was, at the time, was that you didn't see the Lamborghini. It was the surprise of the Lamborghini, but I would do it a little different today. So let's see how this goes with the timeline.
Hi, today we're playing Grand Theft Auto in real life. Get the f*** out! Get the f*** out! Get out! Come on! Grand Theft Auto is based.
So how we're gonna do it this time? You have this upbeat music. I'm gonna add a little music of like the Lamborghini transition at the start with some upbeat music, and then we're gonna get into that joke bit, and then we'll get into the exposition. Explaining what the video is all about. So it's good to start with upbeat music if that is the theme of the video. Obviously, this is depending on like what kind of video you're making, but I like to toss in some upbeat music because it shows you the mood of the video. It's showing that it's going to be interesting. Let's see what we have. So I think that's what we used originally. Let's see what else I got in here. No. No. Maybe this. Yeah, fast pace. Let's see what else we got. This might be a fun way to just start it out because we're just showing these visuals to get you locked in. So let's see. So this audio layer here, I'm zooming in just to see where the music starts, and I'm gonna hit I on my keyboard so that we get the very beginning. All right, and then I'm gonna hit O here so that I'm just getting this part of the music track that I want. And we're going to try dragging that in, bring it down to A4. And then I'm going to drag these up just a little bit so we can try to see all of our layers at once. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So let's do this video game clip just a little bit longer. And I'm thinking this second beat, we're going to want a little transition. Right here, you see right where it hits here. So I am hitting my A tool. This is great. If you don't use your A tool, basically what it does, it selects everything and it will move it. So you can move it left or right. So what I want to do is just get everything and I want to move it over and cut right here. And so we have the cut immediately happening right here at this beat. And then I'm going to cut this extra little bit of audio and delete it. So let's see this. Yes. Yes. And then we're going to, so we get through your visual to start, and then I am going to cut this bit off here, and then we'll start with our joke piece, which I think I have here. Yes. Okay, so this is that intro bit that we want. So I'm selecting it, bringing it over to our main. By the way, guys, if you have any questions or if I'm moving too fast, I do have the chat up here on the left. I'm seeing you guys, Alessandra, Oliver, Cody. I'm seeing you all on the chat. So let me know if you have any questions for me or anything as I'm going. So I'm going to paste this in. So you'll notice V3 right here, the toggle track is selected. I want it on the first track, so we're going to select it here. And then I want my audio also to be on the A track, so that's selected. So I'm hitting Command V, and we're dropping in this entire clip here. Also, I'm going to get this voiceover, and I'm just going to move it to the side for now because we're not dealing with that yet. So here's the raw clip. Let's see.
Hi, today we're playing Grand Theft Auto in real life.
Yes, so we're gonna go here. Now, okay, some tricks that I'm going to teach you guys that are really helpful when you're going through footage and crunching, let's say, a selects reel here. What I like to do, I have some keyboard shortcuts. Let's go up here. Write these down, screenshot it. These are so important. Q, W, E, and R. So Q I use as ripple trim, W is add edit, E is ripple trim to the right, and R is ripple delete. So basically, let me explain how this works. I'm going to lock our adjustment layer so nothing happens. But so if I hit the Q on my keyboard, you'll see this all selected here. It will delete everything to the left of that clip. If I hit W, it will cut the clip right down the middle. If I hit E, it'll cut everything to the right, which is having some troubles with that. And if I hit R, it deletes completely. So those are really great. Just some keyboard shortcuts to make things go faster. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to hit W, and it cuts this right here. I have this adjustment layer locked just because if I didn't, then it would cut this as well. And we're going to hit A. Oh, I'm going to bring this all over and have our intro. Let's listen real quick.
Hi, today we're playing Grand Theft Auto in real life. Get the out! Get the out! Get out! Come on!
All right. And so there's our intro clip, cutting to the funny bit. Now we might add some cool transitions. So you'll see in the original, let's go back here. We had
Hi, today we're playing Grand Theft Auto in real life. Get the out! Get the out! Get out! Come on!
We have it kind of wipe across. That was something made in After Effects. I might do something a little simpler for you guys today to show how to do that. But transitions do help with stuff like this. Another thing to be aware of with intros is sometimes speed of cuts. So if you have one long scene of you just talking to the camera, it might not be too interesting. A great thing to do is add in B-roll when you can. So we were lucky on this shoot to have a lot of extra footage. So B-roll is, anything that like this, that's just, you can lay over any of the A cam and the audio going on. So I'm in the intro thinking, okay, we want to show people as much of GTA and as much of real life cinematically, so that in a digestible way, you don't want to hit them too fast. You don't need to do insanely fast cuts, be reasonable. But I'm thinking I want to get people to see as much of it as possible in the first 30 seconds. And to explain why, when you're making a video, you kind of have to think of the context in which people are watching your video. So here on YouTube, you'll notice, like, let's say we're watching this video. Zoom out a little bit. And let's go to...
Play has the same port as...
Oh, my bad. Expand. While people are watching this video, they have all this competition on the side right here of other things to draw their attention. If I don't do good enough in my video, they might go, oh, I want to watch Ryan Trahan's video where he spent 100 days in Grand Theft Auto. That sounds more interesting to me. So you have to make the video as engaging as possible so people want to stay. Now, if you're editing something like a movie, people are probably sitting down, they have a popcorn and soda. It takes a lot more for someone to walk out of a movie theater. So in the context of YouTube, we have to think a little bit faster versus if, let's say you're making a documentary, you might ease people in, you might have a title card or something like that. Real quick, I'm seeing Gus in the chat. Andrew, question for you. Do you have any general rules of thumb regarding intro, timing, pacing, length, etc.? What works best to get people engaged? Great question. First of all, I think if you have any rules, those can sometimes be problematic. So because then you feel like you can't break them. Rules are meant to be broken. But in a video like this, where the feeling of the video is excitement, fast pace, I am trying to give you all of the information you need to know about what you're going to get in the video within the first 30 seconds on YouTube. Because those first 30 seconds are really important. There's an analytic even on YouTube that will measure every single one of your videos, how they performed in the first 30 seconds compared to each other. So generally, I want to give all the information within the first 30 seconds if I can. But the pacing really depends on the mood of the video. If I'm doing a video that's going to be, let's see, like if we go back to my channel, we go to like the Apple wallpapers video. This is a video all in nature. It's about adventure. We're going to slow it down a little bit compared to Grand Theft Auto, which is about, crime and violence. You want to make that a little faster pace. And the best thing is to just make sure that you cut out anything that you don't need. That's the best way to keep a video engaging. Make sure that you're moving on from scene to scene, and, not having some large black screen to, separate the intro and the first, bit of the video, unless, you want people to sit down and watch an hour-long YouTube video. In the course of this, it's 9 minutes, so we are moving a little bit faster. Keep the questions coming. I would love to interact with you guys. So I'm going to just keep going on this edit. So we have the first bit. Hi, today we're playing Grand Theft Auto in real life. Get out! Get the out! Get out! Come on! Okay, so here's another example of retention. You notice that there's a good 2 or 3 seconds here that the camera's just panning around as I'm getting in the car to drive off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut that out and cut to the next part that we need so that there's not this awkward, just like waiting. Get out! Come on! Like, I think the second I stop yelling, come on, we're just going to cut it here. Let's link these together so that they work. Okay, and then we're gonna start right when you hear that screeching of the wheels. Yeah, we're gonna bring this here, so it's cutting from here to here.
Get out! Get the out! Get out! Come on!
And then if you hear the Lamborghini as it's accelerating, it is a great sound that is kind of like pushing the pace forward. So I'm thinking we hit the music somewhere in here because you have that sound crescendoing and it's like, all right, let's get started. Let's get the pace moving. And then I'm thinking like right here, we just have the video start with the exposition. So let's find a good song in our library right here. So let's see. Honestly, let's go back to what I chose for the video. In my bag. Okay. There we go. All right, so we just got a pretty simple beat, and it's fast paced. We're gonna toss that in. There we go. All right. Sounds nice. Let's toss that into our A4 layer. And our first clip is going to go here. And so this is where we're going to be working with B-roll and music. We want to show a lot of the things that this voiceover is saying. So some things, I'm going to just turn the audio down on these. Let's probably turn this down to like -14. Yeah, reverb mic, step on the gas and go full blast. That is what we're doing right now.
Grand Theft Auto is based on real life.
Okay, so we're gonna have it hit. It's kind of awkward though, I think, if we have the voiceovers start immediately, so we're gonna move it down a little bit.
Grand Theft Auto is based on real.
Okay, and I'm actually going to, so there's not a hard cut here. Let's move this back one frame. Let's move this over one. And then what I'm doing here is I'm going to have the audio of the Lamborghini continuing, but we're going to change the visuals on the hit. So these are linked right now. I'm hitting Command L. It's unlinking them. And then I'm going to drag this back so that when it hits, yeah. And then I'm going to drag this audio out a little bit as it's accelerating. And then we're going to add a keyframe here and add another one here, and then just drag this down a little bit so that the audio is fading down as we go into it.
Grand Theft Auto.
Maybe not. Maybe we want to keep going.
Grand Theft.
Let's just, we're gonna drag this out a little bit.
Grand Theft Auto is. Grand Theft Auto is.
I don't like this second acceleration you're hearing, so maybe we try to, maybe we cut it like right here. We'll see.
Grand Theft Auto is.
It sounds all right. Maybe we fade it down a little bit.
Grand Theft Auto is based on real-life places, and a few months ago I set out to see them all. But I missed some important locations. Grove Street.
Real quick, we got a question from Curtis. Do you face fatigue when working on a long video and find it hard to finalize? Do you wrestle with perfectionism? 100%. These timelines you'll see really intense. It's a lot of editing. This isn't necessary for all YouTube videos. Don't think that you just need to edit a bunch to make a video good. I actually have a new YouTube channel now that is much simpler editing, because these edits would take 3+ weeks of nonstop editing, 7 days a week. And yeah, I think with editing, it is always, possible that you will reach fatigue. It's really exhausting. But the reward you get at the end, can make it all worth it. And yes, I always wrestle with perfectionism and want to make these videos as good as possible. Some recommendations I have for, going faster is, just lay out as much of the timeline as you can as possible and try not to worry about that perfectionism, and then do another round of edits to, add the effects and stuff like that. Yeah, Cody, I see you saying really complex timeline. Yeah, not always are my videos like that, especially now. They're not this complex, and you don't need it to be this complex to get a viral video. But I'm just showing you the tactics that I used for this video. So let's get back into it real quick.
Hi.
Okay, another thing, we have no audio here for this Lamborghini, so it's kind of awkward. We might add the real, if we have time, you know, the real sound you'd hear from real life. And then let's continue here.
Grand Theft Auto is based on real life places and a few.
Okay, so I'm saying Grand Theft Auto is based on real life places. So the first thing I'm thinking is we're seeing a Lamborghini. I kind of want to show you a Lamborghini in the game again. I think this shot might have, let's see. No, we're gonna look for a different one. Maybe a Lamborghini drop. Well, no, we're not gonna put that one in because we definitely didn't do that with the Lamborghini. Let's find a more chill one. That is not a chill one. This looks like the Lamborghini exploding. Okay, we're gonna, you know, maybe we just grab it. Got all this footage. Nope, more Lamborghinis exploding. Let's see what else we got. Oh, there's a Lamborghini. No, that's. Let's go here. We're just gonna grab the one before the Lamborghini yeets itself off the bridge. We're going to. Yeah. Take one of these. Oh, here we go. This is a nice little cinematic speeding. Yeah, something here. Oh, I like this. I like this. So we're seeing a Lamborghini. Yes. It's going a little slow there, but we'll grab this in. Yeah, Oliver, I'm seeing. I remember when GTA cars took no damage no matter what you did to them. Yeah, that was the scary thing about doing GTA in real life, because this car does take damage and we were renting it, so I was terrified of driving it. Okay. Sin, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. You said, Andrew, this looks like long hours of work. Do you find you enjoy / look forward to the flow of editing, or is it more so a necessary part? It's both, you know. You'll have times where you'll enter that flow state and everything will go perfect. You'll feel like everything is working out and you can figure it all out. And then you'll have other times of frustration. It all ebbs and flows. That's just editing in my mind. It's, you know, it's one of those things you just got to stick with. Okay. Another question from Cody. These tips are awesome. I'm curious, how do you plan out the structure of your video and pacing? Do you plan that before you film? Do you find it in the edit? Great question. Okay, so for this video, we went and shot this whole video, and like we had this intro planned, we had story bits planned. This is a hard thing with YouTube, you know, it's improv, you know, it's not all scripted. So a lot of this video in particular, the story was found later. Other times the story is found as you're filming the video. This one, what we did is, we filmed, we had a few ideas of things we wanted. Like we knew we wanted this as the intro. We knew certain story beats we wanted to hit. And then we wanted, once we went home, we had all this footage. So you'll see I have 4 days of footage from the shoot, different things we went to compare the game to real life. So here you have like the footage of me talking. Here's all the B-roll. Here's some drone shots. So we have 4 days of this. And then it's like, all right, let's figure out the video. And so we scripted a lot of things that could bring these stories together from day to day and have it all make sense. So that's a great question, Cody. It really depends on the video, though. Nowadays, we do a lot more of the story while we're shooting. So we will just go along, and there's a lot less voiceover being used to figure out the story later. Sin, really quick, asked, do you enjoy improv versus scripted more? Improv, definitely. I prefer when YouTubers do things that are less scripted. Okay, I'm going to pause questions real quick so that we can get some more of this edit, because I'm going to try, we got about 21 more minutes here, and I'm going to try to get you guys a 30-second intro real quick. Okay, so I want this clip of the Lamborghini in real life. We want also, I kind of want this audio from the game that was recorded. So let's open this up, and we're going to drag that on the second layer and have them overlap a little bit. Good. And I like this whip. that the camera does here. I'm gonna cut, and then I'm gonna cut to this, I think, and then I might, let's see if we have a little more of this. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna speed this up just a little bit. So I'm right clicking, speed duration. Try like 150. Okay, I like right as it whips, so I'm gonna actually bring it like right here. So kind of. Yeah. Yeah, and then I think right as the audio hits, I want this top shot of it. You seeing red Lamborghini in real life?
Grand Theft Auto.
Maybe not. Maybe that's cutting too fast.
Grand Theft Auto is.
Okay, maybe we slow it down just a little bit. Where's our last frame? Okay, we're gonna cut this off. Okay, let's go back here. Speed, let's try like 130. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll toss on our top-down shot. This I also felt like was going a little bit slow because one of you guys said, you know, pedal to metal full gas. So we're not slowing down.
Grand Theft Auto is based.
There we go. So we're having, so you see, speed of cuts. You know, I'm not just showing you one angle. We have multiple angles for this B-roll of the gameplay. So let's show you more. You know, it makes it a little more interesting instead of just holding for too long.
Grand Theft Auto is based on real.
Okay, so Grand Theft Auto is based on real life places. So I'm thinking, let's show some real life places and let's show it in the game. You know, I want it to be similar. I think, so just a little background. This video right here was actually a part 2 to this video, Grand Theft Auto versus real life. So I wanted to reference that we already did this. So maybe people would want to go watch that video. And we're going back to, there was so much of Los Angeles that they recreated. So we're going to go back and do it again. So I actually have that export downloaded here, and then I'm gonna find some similar looking clips of real life to game
South
to
of
put
Los
in.
Angeles, and they didn't just recreate the Hollywood sign and Santa Monica Pier. They copied.
I want that Santa Monica Pier clip if we can find it real quick. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. So you see real life
Del Perro
right here.
Pier was also a perfect match in real life.
Game.
At this,
I think I actually might have that the transition made in one of these right here. Let's see if I can find it. Santa Monica transition. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna use this one. This was just made in After Effects already. It's scaled for 4K, so just what I'm doing right here, I'm just setting it to our frame size because today we're making this video a little smaller. But okay.
on real life places in a few months. Real life places in a few months.
Okay, and then also that transition, it's a little too slow for me too. So let's just speed this up a little bit. 150.
Based on real life places in a few.
So Grand Theft Auto is based on real life places.
On real life places and
so you're getting to see. Okay, here we have game. I'm gonna give it like a couple extra frames here. Oh, looks like we don't have the ability to do that.
On real life places and a few.
Okay, there we go. And then
A few months ago, I set out to see them all, but I missed some important locations.
okay, Grand Theft Auto is based on real life places, and a few months ago I set out to see them all. So let's show you some more. I want to show you a clip that's like what I like to call 50-50s. I'll find it for you here. Here's an example of a 50-50 in my mind. So you have half game, half real life. I have these already made, so I'm just going to toss one in right now. So I'm hitting I and O to select the parts that I like, just so you know. Right here, I, in, O, out, selects what I want. I'm dragging it in. And then we're going to scale this to our comp. And then this has all this audio we don't want, so we're just going to drag that down and mute it. So let's see how this is going.
Hi, today we're playing Grand Theft Auto in real life. Get the out! Get the out! Get out! Come on!
Grand Theft Auto is based on real life places, and a few months ago I set out to see them all, but I missed some important locations.
So, and then I'm thinking maybe we just add a little bit more like cinematic gameplay, so people get to see that. Let's see what we got here. Oh, here's like a nice view of the city, like a cool, and it's speed ramping, it looks like. So yeah, let's go with this right here. So I'm going to take this, I'm gonna hit my C tool to cut what I want out of this from our select reel. Actually, let's get it from like right here. Nice. And I don't want this audio, so I'm hitting Command L, unlinking them. So we just have our video clip, and then let's copy you, and we're gonna bring you over, paste you right here.
Life places, and a few months ago I set out to see them all. But I set out
Okay, I'm gonna cut this short a little bit
to see them all. But I missed.
And then if I were to do this in the final draft, I might speed ramp into this
To see
even
them
a little
all.
more.
But I missed some.
So like when it says all, we have it hit right here. We could try to do that real fast, but we have about 15 more minutes, so I'm gonna just try to keep this going. Real quick, I'll take a look at the chat. Gotcha. Okay, good. And
To see them all. But I missed some.
okay, we'll try to do a quick speed ramp. So I'm going over here to show keyframes, time remapping, and speed. So now this is turning this so that if I hit, let's see where exactly we want it.
To see them all. But I missed some.
We want it to stop speeding right here. So now if I hit this keyframe, we can drag the left side up, and it will speed.
To see them all. But
Let's drag it a little more.
to see them all.
And let's see.
Set out to see them all.
Yeah, we're just gonna deal with this for
Set out to
now
see them all. But I
while we're using in our time constraint.
real life places, and a few months ago I set out to see them all. But I missed some important. See them all. But I
Okay. And I'm feeling about here, it's time to cut. So if you just listen.
Grand Theft Auto is based on real life places, and a few months ago I set out to see them all. But I missed some.
I'm not gonna hold this for too long. You know, it's kind of awkward if we hold it for too long on this intro. Like I said, we're trying to get everything we can in the first 30 seconds. So every moment I can to show you more visuals, I'm going to, without visually overloading you.
Grand Theft Auto is based on real life places, and a few months ago I set out to see them all. But I missed.
Okay, so right as I'm saying, but I missed some important locations. Let's cut it, let's delete it, and let's show some of the places I missed.
But I missed some important locations. Grove Street, Michael's house, Sandy Shores. These are real places Rockstar recreated that I'm going to visit.
So right here, what I would do,
Grove Street, Michael's house, Sandy Shores.
I wanted to show the visuals of those places, which I think I did. If we go to the final over here.
Grand Theft Auto is based on real life places, and a few months ago I set out to see them all. But I missed some important locations.
So as I'm saying, I missed some important locations. I showed, we're a little laggy, but Grove Street. As I say Grove Street, we show it in the game. Michael's house, I show that in the game. And then when I say Sandy Shores,
These are real.
I show you, hey, I showed you these 3 places from the game. On the third one, I transitioned that to real life to basically say, hey, you're going to see all these places in real life. Stick through the video because you know you want to see them. You know, I'm not overtly saying that. It's more of a subtle thing.
Rockstar recreated that I'm going.
And here I got this shot. Well, in the video game, we tried to record an identical shot, and then I had this nice wipe transition between the two, showing, you know, more things. Now, here's another trick that I would suggest with intros. Give people a reason to stick around. Give people a reason, like, hey, and don't just be like, you guys are going to want to stay because of this, or like, don't click off. You can be a little more subtle with it. So I think that's what I did with this line right here.
That I'm going to visit. They even copied the smallest details that will blow your mind.
So I'm inferring, hey, there's more of these, and then I'm kind of spelling it out for you with this arrow. So if we zoom in here, you're seeing, oh look, there's this faded writing on this building, right?
Details that.
Whoa, the exact same faded writing is in real life. You know, that is such a small detail. What other small details are there? I want to know more.
That will blow your mind. And throughout this video, I made sure to live like a rich mom.
But here's what I did with the video that we might try to do if we have time in this edit. I gave you a good 20 seconds ish of exposition. Okay, let's break it up a little bit with a joke. Let's change up the pacing a little bit, because if we just keep the same song going for 2 minutes, it gets a little boring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to break it up. Change up the rhythm of the intro. And this is an important thing to remember with YouTube and to get better engagement. Change up the rhythm every once in a while. So right here, you'll see the music.
And throughout this video, I made sure to live like a rich mobster.
The music changes here, right?
Mobster.
And then we hit with a joke. And so the idea of this is to kind of break up the exposition just a little bit. Now that we're like 30 seconds in, we had our joke at the beginning, but let's add another joke back in. So I'll play it for you and we'll explain it.
And throughout this video, I made sure to live like a rich mobster.
Hold on. How do you get out of this thing?
So like the joke is, I live like a rich mobster, but then I don't know how to get out of a Lamborghini.
Which of course meant looking the part.
And at the 30-second mark, we have just about everything that I wanted to say. It's actually pretty perfect here. It's not always like that. And then we get into the video itself. So strategies like this are great. I'm going to go back into here. We aren't going to build all of that out just because we got another 9 minutes left on the stream. Some things maybe I'll show you. Well, let's quickly go through questions and see if you guys have anything I'm missing before we continue, or anything you want to see in our last minutes here. Okay, so I'm seeing, do you edit with multiple screens or prefer to just have one big screen? I normally edit with multiple screens. So I have a curved monitor, normally it's really wide, and then I put a screen above it so that this visual window has its own screen, and then my entire bottom monitor is basically just timeline, so that I can deal with the massiveness of all these layers. And let's see, contrast creates attention. Hayden Hillier-Smith. Yes, I agree. I'm a huge Hayden Hillier-Smith fan, and I've had him roast my videos before, and he's taught me a lot of these lessons. Okay, one more thing that might be kind of fun to do here. This cut, it's a little boring. Let's add in a little transition effect if we have time. So I have here, let's go into my overlays folder, and we got these. Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, okay. We'll grab one of these. I'm gonna just drag these down to my motion graphics folder, and I'm going to place this over. Okay, so let's move this adjustment layer over just so we're not dealing with it right now. Okay, so I'm gonna try to have a little transition happen. We'll see if we can make it in the next few minutes to show you an example. Okay, so right now, this footage, it's gray, it looks bad. I'm actually just gonna grab the Lumetri colors on this adjustment layer and put it in so it looks better. Okay, then we have this ink transition, right? Let's drag it to about here and bring it over. I'm gonna go to my effects panel. I'm just showing you guys how to make a cool transition through Premiere. I'm gonna get the track matte key and drag it on. And, oh, sorry, we're gonna drag it on this second layer right here. And then I'm going to select the matte. Wait, sorry. No, we want it here. It's been a while since I've done this, so I'm going to see if this works. No, maybe it is. We want it here. Okay, and then we want this to be video 3. And Alpha Luma. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. So now it should be, is it? Yeah. Oh, you know what we need to do? This ink is too, this is what's the problem. We need to set this to frame size. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to move this down. Move this over. Let's see how this looks. So basically what I'm trying to do here is have it so that when this ink comes in, it's fading between one and another. And so now it's actually even a little easier. I'm going to line this up. I'm going to scale you up. I'm going to bring you over. There we go. So that when this ink transition comes in, we're having one go to the other. There we go. So basically what I did here, to explain it better and slow it down, I added a track matte key. So this is what we want it to fade to. We put this on the second layer. I put this ink transition, and if you want an ink transition, Adobe stock is a great place to find these. You can download a bunch of these. I put it on the V3 layer, and then we add our track matte key to the second layer. Select the layer that the ink transition is on. So we set V3, set it to Alpha Luma, and now it's transitioning the white to black of where the ink is. So you'll see this Lamborghini game. Whoa, all of a sudden you're in real life. We might even make it a little faster. Little things like this can just help spice up what you're doing, and that's kind of what I was doing for this. You'll see it was a different transition, but we have different transitions, like these white transitions going on. Okay, while we have time left, I'm not sure if I'll have time to go through and build out this entire intro. I'll show you what we have so far, and then I'm going to see if, in the remaining time, if I can show you any more tips and tricks to help you out in this situation with creating a more engaging video. So let's see what we have and go from there.
Hi, today we're playing Grand Theft Auto in real life. Get the out! Get the out! Get out! Come on!
Grand Theft Auto is based on real life places, and a few months ago I set out to see them all, but I missed some.
So yeah, I mean, there's a good start to the intro. So you'll see we have this little break here. We have the pacing.
But I missed some important locations. Grove Street, Michael's house, Sandy Shores. These are real places Rockstar recreated that I'm going to visit.
And this is in the video where I would say, okay, let's change up the pacing a little bit. So I'm just going to go back, and we're just going to do a little look at the timeline here. Okay, let's scroll back.
Hi, today we're playing Grand Theft Auto in real life.
So little things I'm going to show you that I added here. This is the sound effect of a car like screeching. And, it's just kind of funny because it's like this happy music, but then all of a sudden I'm ripping someone out of the car. So it's like that contrast.
Hi, today we're playing Grand Theft Auto in real life.
You're hearing it squeal.
Get out! Come on!
You have sounds.
Grand Theft Auto is based on real life places, and a few months ago I set out to see them all, but I missed some important locations. Grove Street, Michael's house, Sandy Shores. These are real places Rockstar recreated that I'm going to visit. They even copied the smallest details that will blow your mind. And throughout this video,
so here we change up the music. I found like a good stopping point and a good beat that matches right here. And I add this sound. Sometimes, sound is a good way to break up the pacing of things. Like sound effects, so I added this accelerating sound here.
I made sure to live like Prince Mobster.
Hold on. But then I didn't want to just cut here, so I added a little wipe sound effect, a little whoosh between here and the joke. Hold on, mommy. How do you get out of this thing?
Which of course meant
the song that was right here. We added it back in.
In the part.
Okay, a couple more questions we got. How often do you use After Effects for your videos? In a video like this, quite often, there's a lot of effects, but I don't think you need that. Now a lot of what I do is vlogging, and I'm rarely in After Effects. If you guys would like to see how to make a lot of these effects and graphics, I can do that in another tutorial. I love After Effects. I can slow it down a little bit and break things down. Reverb Mike said, how do you decide that your project is completed? Like I said at the beginning, you work in sections. So you do one part and then another scene. And so once I feel like, oh, the intro's done, then we start, going into like, okay, what's the first thing that we're going to compare to in the game? Oh, we're going to go to this part of LA. Once that scene is done, we'll work on the next one. And it's just kind of feeling, you're like, okay, I've added enough here to keep moving that I'm satisfied. Sometimes it's better just to get done versus finished. Okay, sorry guys, we are running low on time. So real quick, I'm gonna recap some of the things I was talking about here. So first thing, matching up the first frame of my video with the thumbnail is a great technique since autoplay for people to see to have more of an interest in clicking on your video. Then I am quickly giving people the information that they need of what they're going to get in the video and reiterating that it was the right decision to choose my video. And then a lot of B-roll, relatively quick cuts at the beginning just to show everyone the information they need, and then breaking things up with some jokes and stuff like that. It looks like we are out of time, unfortunately. I would love to go into this more. If you guys want to find me, this is my old channel, Andrew Levitt. My new channel, we will be posting every Saturday. And it is titled Andrew Video. Brand new. It's a lot more vlogging, and it's a different style than this video you'll find here. Thank you guys so much for being with me today. I loved your guys' questions, and this was great. Thanks, Adobe. I hope to do this again.